Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Christy Vann with Fantastic Finances, and on this channel I teach velocity banking. So today I'm working with a man in Virginia Beach. He is interested in paying off a credit card that he has that is currently at a 0% interest rate. That will end September of 2023. And we know that if we don't pay off those introductory 0%, they will throw that interest right back on if you haven't paid that card off by the payoff date. So we don't want the additional $3,000 thrown back on the card. So we're going to work that down and get him out of that as quickly as we can. And this is how we're going to do it. Well, he currently has an income of $4,000. He has $2,950 in monthly expenses, and $1,200 of that can actually go onto this credit card. He has $235,767 in debt, and he has $1,050 cash flow a month. He currently has a $40,000 HELOC that is available, and his home stands at $222,000. We are not dealing with the home today. We're only working this credit card down because, like I said, it has to be gone in September. So we're going to start with his $13,767 balance that he currently has on the card. Before somebody writes me and says, hey, you didn't add the interest in on that credit card, I'm telling you it's at 0%, so we are literally just paying off the principal right now. His income in April will be $2,250 that goes onto this card. Now remember, $1,200 in expenses, and then his $1,050 cash flow is all we're putting into this card. He has to keep out the mortgage payment in cash because, of course, you can't pay that with a credit card. So that's why we're only putting in the $2,250. So that will bring his balance down to $11,517. His April expenses will come back out of $1,200 a month, bringing his balance back up to $12,717. In May, he'll do the same thing: income in, expenses out, bringing his balance to $11,667. June, same thing, income in, expenses out. His balance would then be at $10,617. July, income in, expenses out. We go to August, income in, expenses out. Now remember, in September, he's going to get all of that interest applied back on this credit card. So we're going to take the remaining balance, which is $8,517, and we're going to pay off that credit card. So that's done. The worries are gone with that interest. We're going to transfer that into the HELOC, the $8,517, and then in September, his whole income can go into the HELOC, because with a HELOC, you can put your income in and take your expenses out. You can pull the cash to pay your mortgages, car payments, whatever. So in September, his expenses will then be the full $2,950 a month, bringing his balance back up to $74.67. Before I get comments on this, the interest has been figured at the end of the month. I have not forgotten it. The interest on this month would be $22.71 because the HELOC stands at a 3.2% interest rate that is locked in. Glad for him, especially with what's going on with the banks right now. It's great he has that locked in rate. We've figured the interest again at $19.91. If you want to figure that yourself, I took the high balance of the month times the 3.2% divided by 12. That will give you the $19.91 per month in interest charges. October, his income will go in, his expenses will come out. The $64.17 will be the balance at the beginning of November. I just went ahead and took the high at $17.11 interest on that month as well. So the income will go in, the expenses come out, then his balance is $53.67. The interest charge on this amount would be $14.31. But remember, I am charging the interest only on the high balance of the month. Realistically, the balance is going to range between the $64.17 in November to the $24.17 when the income goes in. Then as the expenses come out through the month, it'll build back up to the $53.67. But just to show him that it can pay off very quickly, even using the high balances, I'm showing how low the interest charge is. In December, he'll do the same thing. Income in, expenses out. And then at the beginning of January, with his $11.51 interest charge at most, he will put his income in, leaving his balance at $317. Then I added the $86.39 interest, which at the 1st of February, with his February income, he will completely wipe out the HELOC as well. We have completely wiped out this credit card by January of 2024. We have saved all the interest that was going to hit in September, and we just used a small portion of his HELOC to finish that credit card off so that he has at most $86.39 in interest that he will pay for using the bank's money. So if you have any questions regarding paying off a 0% interest rate credit card, that you have it as maybe an introductory rate, you want to get rid of that before they start applying that interest, because they don't just start with the day they've given you. They go all the way back from the day you started and pull that interest forward, and that can really hit you hard. So make sure you're working to get that paid off in time. So if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I appreciate you all watching today. I have links below if you'd like to contact me as well, and I will see you in the next video.